Hey everyone, it's Ross. Welcome to Season 2, Adventures in the Void Spacecast. This season we're talking about independent and folk science fiction tabletop role-playing games. The following is an actual play of the original Starfaring role-playing game, Classic Traveller, by Mark Miller and Games Designer Workshop. So get your vac suit on, your sidearm ready, and prepare to exit jump space. We've got money to make and worlds to explore, and we hope you'll join us on these adventures. Out here on the Imperial Fringe, it's just us veterans of the Fifth Frontier War keeping the space lanes moving. Free traders like us, still willing to evade the pirates, the terrorists, the zealots, the criminals. They prey on these war-torn ruins of 100 worlds. They call us travelers. We aren't liked, but we're needed. We use our skills we learned in the service to operate starships and earn a buck. We ain't looking for trouble, but it always finds us. When it does, it'll find us ready. I got a 2. Father Chris, what happened last time?
All right. Last time. Let me pull
It's
up.
like 3 weeks ago.
See if that'll jog my memory here.
It was the Dune arc.
Little Avatar, little Dune, and a little Waterworld, maybe?
Yes. Okay. We were hanging out with, we split the party. And, are we still split?
You are still split.
Okay,
I'll hop in with an important question I have. Doc Ocean. So here's the split I have. I have that Books, Lothak, and Chapman are together, and then I have Doc Ocean, Shipley, Bellamy, and what's her name?
Isabella?
Yeah, Isabella. I didn't have her name written down. It's so weird. Let me fix that right. Isabella are together. Is that correct? You guys are pretending to be pharmaceutical buyers, and the other group is like pretending to be investigators on behalf of a non-government organization, and you've like met up with like the locals. Do I have the divide correct?
He was, because he saved the guy who got beat up, remember?
Okay. Yeah, Doc Ocean had to have been with Books and Chapman and Lothak. That's right, because you saved the guy. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what's going on. I'm gonna take it and we'll roll.
By all means.
No, yeah. So I think that's about it. But let's back up and kind of go back to the beginning of the campaign, which, by the way, is approaching 9 months ago when it started. But we spent like 3 months almost on Walston and doing stuff with that. But way back 6 months ago now, toward the beginning of the campaign, you, all except Books and Chapman, you guys were in a different crew, and Doc Ocean wasn't with us. But Bellamy and Shipley, you all took a job from a man on a water world named Squalia, named Vanpar Landleth, the owner of Landleth Prospecting Company. And there are other planets and asteroid belts in the Squalia solar system. And he wanted you to infiltrate a poorly secured secret facility held by McClellan. They were depending on secrecy, and he had cracked that secrecy. And you did this kind of cold running approach, and you floated in, and Marcello was with you, so he hacked into the computer systems and got you into the facility, and you extracted this. At the time, you didn't know what it was. It was a hard case or a flight case or something. And you get it on your ship, and the electricity starts to flicker and go off, and the power shuts down. And then when it comes back on, you find that you've lost partial control of your systems. And there is a woman's voice that says, "I want you to take me back there because I want to kill them." And you all said, "Well, we are taking you to someone who wants to hurt them. Maybe would you like to work with him?" And she found that acceptable. You considered just keeping her, but you took her back to Vanpar Landleth, all for the promise of a job. So here it is, the very end of the 9 months later now, 6 months toward the end, you come back to Squalia, and the sector is about to go to war. And McClellan intervenes, and the guy that got Books and Chapman out of jail, Rakamundra, offers you 175,000 credits if you stab Vanpar Landleth in the back. Meanwhile, Landleth is offering you 100,000 credits. And the Imperial agent, Yukon, has told you that this AI is going to be used for something really terrible. And so the AI hangs in the balance amidst all of this. So here you are, and you've split the party. And the goal here, both Rakamundra on behalf of McClellan Industries and Vanpar Landleth with the Pan-Galactic Friends of Life, both of them are trying to find if there was any wrongdoing. And Captain Bellamy and Shipley and you and Isabella, you all are on the factory ship under the guise of name of the company, Kelstar Limited Liability Corporation, Kelstar. And you have fake names and identities, and you're all spruced up. And you're acting as buyers. And at first, they seemed like they were going to give you a sample of this super drug that they're getting out of these giant, like city-sized whales called PDPT beta. And here you are on the ship. Now, we ended the session with them telling you that, in fact, they didn't have any, but I kind of skipped ahead because I knew that we would have like 3 weeks would be gone. So you've made it on board the ship. You're in your cabin. And I think Bellamy went out at night, and you witnessed something get shot down, with the weapon system. And Bellamy asks about the weapon systems on board the ship. So you have some time before they negotiate this deal with you, with Anna Gregor, who is the operations officer for this company, SEAHARVESTER. Meanwhile, Doc Ocean and Books and Chapman, you all rescued the princess of this tribe, a tribe called the Armakalar, the Seekers, the Seekers of the World Soul. The non-natives call them the Ocean Nomads, and they hunt the Dagadasi. And a hunt went badly, and then a bunch of dead people were brought in from a factory ship attack from SEAHARVESTER. And let's start with Bellamy and Shipley. and Isabella.
Can I request? I'm sorry, but can I request that you start with the other crew
Oh,
group because
yeah, no problem.
the dog is anyway. Her
Well,
timing is uncanny.
no, it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. So, Books and Doc Ocean. Just a reminder, there's this huge ship that is basically like a floating city. Part of it's submerged. It has this like, what do you call the types of ships that have the two things? Trireme? Is that what it's called? I can't remember. Um, uh, and anyways, part of the ship is like submerged, and then you've got the part up above it, and it has like this big kind of hangar bay part in the center, and inside is a whole city, and it looks like a Mediterranean market, and with vibrant colors and smells and spices and foods and all kinds of stuff. And they just recently brought in like all these dead people from where and it's nighttime, okay? And you see them getting brought in, and people are wailing, they're mourning, and Salil Kafid, the princess, the daughter of the leader of the Armakalar, the Oramiral. She comes up to you, and of course she ignores, if I recall correctly, ignores Books, and turns to Doc Ocean and says, "The Hukarmat Baslika is deciding what we will do about this attack from the outsiders, and they are deciding what to do about you." Oh, I'm sorry. I have you muted. We fix that. Sorry if you were talking, Thomas. I apologize.
It's okay. I asked, I'm a doctor. Is there anybody that needs medical attention that I can assist with?
Yeah, she like takes you and motions you toward them, and it's a carnal mess, and your skills are desperately needed. In fact, you could probably save 24 lives if you think if you get to work. There are common things like collapsed lungs, punctured airways, bleeding, the possibility of infection. You think that you get the impression that even though they have this like reliable and ancient technology, they can literally harvest the metal from these fish, like their iron content, and repair their ship and all kinds of stuff, and they have fusion power. That it's sort of expected that you are prepared to die when you go out into a hunter foil. So they have medical care, but I mean nothing like a imperial trained doctor like yourself.
Yeah, I'll round up the medicine people or the shaman or whoever is assisting with the medical, the injured people, and I start handing out directions and saying, okay, you need to go over here and do this, and you need to go over here and do that, and I'm like triaging as best as I can and working my way from the worst to the least injured.
Okay, you do that, and you by working through the night, you probably saved 24 different people. So while you're doing that, Books, what are you doing? You see Books, all this chaos, and you see Doc Ocean like rush into action, and meanwhile, all the people here seem like they're ignoring you, but Salil Kalthid turns back to Chapman and basically says that if you want a voice on the council or in our affairs, you may earn it on a hunt.
And Salil says that to Chapman?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's ignoring you. All the people here ignore you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I made a great impression last time. I think that I would like to do something. Maybe I assist Doc Ocean a little bit just to try to gain some favor, but I'm also listening to Salil's conversation with Chapman because that, piques my interest. See what kind of hunt this is referring to. So I'm kind of eavesdropping, but trying to assist at the same time.
So after, you listen, and Chapman, eventually she returns to her duties. Kafid does, and Chapman turns to you, and he says, "So there's this Muharib Sayasinde, which is a Dugadasi hunt, and they hunt the smaller ones, and." She says that we have a right to participate. They never require, if we choose to become Gimisalar, one of the sailors.
Okay, so you'd have to become one of the sailors to join the hunt?
The opposite. If you join the hunt, you get a voice.
Okay, if you join the hunt, you get a voice. And we're welcome to join. Like, we're both welcome to join the hunt?
Apparently, they're offering a single hunter foil for us.
I mean, I'm curious to see what this entails, so I would, I'd be interested in taking that role.
All right. So Doc Ocean is working on all these mangled people, through the night, and really turning things around there. You talk to Chapman and to Lothak, and you have this marketplace. She brought you to this little alcove where you kind of have a bunch of pillows and cushions and stuff, and this kind of cozy nook that that they've offered for you to stay in. And they've also said that if you don't take part, or either way, there's this meeting called a Hukamat Basilica, where they're going to meet and they're going to decide what to do with the attack from the outsiders, and they're going to decide your fate. The hunt is going to occur before that. Is there anything else you want to do during the night while Doc Ocean is doing his work?
I would say just assist. If I could help out Doc Ocean at all, I would do that. Otherwise, I would keep my head low until the hunt. Okay. I'm not liked here.
So Doc Ocean, you finish early into the morning. It's probably 3 local time, something, and covered in blood, and everything. But you have employed your trade, saved 24 lives, and you rejoin Chapman and Books and Lothak.
All right, Books, I am thoroughly exhausted. I'm gonna catch some shut-eye. Did I hear something about us joining a hunt later?
You did, and good work today. You saved a lot of lives. Yes, there is the chance for us to, to get a voice with this whole thing by joining the hunt. And then there's also there's going to be a meeting after that to discuss some things. So yeah, you heard right.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna catch some Z's and wake me up when it's time to go on the hunt. All right.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, buddy. Get some
I
rest.
I instantly knock out. I pass out on one of the cushions.
All right. Cool. So that is your all's night. Meanwhile, in the evening, over on the factory ship Globtic Solomie.
Yes, sir. So what? We've been shut out.
Um, no, not yet. I'm sorry, I skipped ahead last session, but you were invited onto the ship. You had this meeting with Anna Gregor. She seemed pretty enthusiastic and kind of hinted at the idea that maybe she could get you some extra PBT beta, that drug, and saw you to your cabins. You heard that gunfire. You came out and you checked that at night, and they told you to return to your cabin. So it is nighttime on the ship on the Globtic Solomie. Is there anything that you want to do?
Uh, I'm hesitant to say. Now that I mean, did we get a premonition? We basically got a preview that they're not going to like us in the morning.
Yeah, you got a preview. I'm sorry, your characters would not know that, but basically Anna Gregor said she would not actually have any to sell you. But either
Well,
way,
I
I
think it's
mean,
okay though, because we have our little cameras recording her doing a lot of incriminating things, as I recall.
Oh, and saying things, and yes, I mean, there's
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff we've got recorded, but it'd be nice to seal the deal. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, there's got to be some place. I mean, look, hey, if they're not going to like us in the morning, we might as well give them a reason. There's got to be something we can do blundering around and find out, just and then some sort of Bellamy style trouble. We're all sort of Damocles is hanging over us, and so I'm
Isabella
just
is like, why do you think she wouldn't like us? It seemed like it went really
Yeah.
well.
Well, no, I guess what I mean is we need to. We don't have a track record for things going well. I
We
feel
should
like it's
try to
probably
find.
good to. Yeah, we need to be proactive. Yeah.
We should maybe try to get down to the storage container and see if we can see if their storage exceeds the allotted amount.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see if I can.
You put on some spooky music then.
I suppose we should just stay together.
Something.
It's too late. We've already split the party.
Well, yes, but at least the two of us should stay together.
All right, so you're gonna try to leave your cabin. Do you have your weapons with you? You don't have your armor because you're all nice, do you have like a holdout pistol or a knife or a pistol, revolver, or something like that? No, because this world is high security, and they tell you to leave all that on the ship. That's right. I'm sorry, someone brought that up last time. Maybe it was Books or Doc Ocean, one of the two. You guys brought it up, and yeah. Okay, so you sneak out of your cabin at night, and it seems like they're not suspecting a security threat from inside because you see the typical 1 or 2 guards per major intersection and a regular kind of ship's fire guard that's patrolling 2 at a time on the deck. And you think that you can make your way to the cargo hold, even though you haven't seen it, with some certainty by taking this part of the ship. The kind of bridge is in this vertical stack, and it just has like elevators and switchback stairs, and it goes to the cabin crew's quarters, and it goes to the bridge and stuff like that. You think if you just take it down, you should be able to make it down into the belly of the ship.
Right on.
Okay. You start to head down the stairs. The first thing you notice is at the first major intersection where this this kind of vertical stack of stairs, if you're taking the stairs, assume because it's quieter, where it meets the main deck of the ship, there are two guards. They are facing away from the stairwell, and they are talking to each other about the latest, what is it called, air car model that they're interested in.
The new T18s. They're armed, you say? They have other.
Yeah, they all have blue uniform, tactical gear, armor, and submachine guns. And yeah.
I'm sorry. What else do we see in the environment?
Sure.
What?
Let me scribble.
Okay.
So let's see here, like a blue scribble. So like, you got like this vertical section of ship, and it meets the main deck, and it kind of like switches back. Or maybe off the top of my head, I think you were like on the third floor or something. I can't remember exactly. I can look it up if it matters. But you don't encounter anything along the hallways. But once you get to here, that's when you'll see two guards, and this continues on. You know, down below them. So you get the main deck of the ship, and then you've got the what do you call it? The bowels of the ship. I can't remember what it's called. Below deck. And yeah, you've got definitely the bridge and officers' quarters somewhere in this building. But from where you are, you just see like a stairwell. That's where you're currently at. Just a Spartan, plain old, simple stairwell. It would look like well, what would you compare it to? The kind of simple, the kind of stairwells you'd see in an emergency, a staircase or a stairwell in any kind of Imperial facility. There's some emergency equipment on the wall. There are no side doors. At least not where you're at, the stairwell. You'd be like on the stairs. Otherwise, you'd be detected.
Yeah, so there's no and there's no way there. That's the only way through.
You mean like the only way to get down below?
So we could just keep going down the stairs and we'd see new things, or we have to like.
Yeah, right. So if you continue down the, well, you think the cargo hold is down the stairs, but is there a different way down? You're not sure. You could go check somewhere else, and then you got like the literal outside of the ship. So that's an option if you want to try some climbing. And then
so they'll see us if we try to keep going down the stairs. Then
there's a risk of them seeing you, and I would leave it to something like a roll under your dexterity, and it'd be whoever's highest.
All right. We got to make it look good. If they see us, tell them we're the buyers having a look at.
In our pajamas.
We got lost. We're looking for the bathroom. Mine is clogged.
Okay. Who's got the highest?
Highest what?
Dex.
Let's see. My dex is 9.
A 9. Okay.
I think that's the highest. Mine is 8.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Bill and me roll 2d6 to get under 9. Oof. So you you start to like, you know, try to sneak your way down the stairs, not make any noises, as they've got their backs to you anyways. And then at one point, something gets pushed off the stairs by your foot, and it clinks down below. And one of them turns around, but then like you duck down below the railing, and then he gets the other person's attention and starts talking again. You're able to continue on. So you make it down into the cargo hold, where there is the... you're able to, because you're trying to sneak past them, evade the walking fire patrol at the lower deck just by waiting until they're gone. And then it's not hard for you. I mean, you're a merchant marine. You make your way to where the cargo hold would be. In the cargo hold, there are more guards. You determine that, and then you're able to quickly determine that this PDPT alpha beta is not in the cargo hold. And lastly, okay, so this is like a pharmaceutical. So it's held in controlled storage. Like any kind of pharmaceutical, it is it's controlled, but then this stuff is like, liquid platinum too. So and it has its own guard. If you can figure out a way to get past the guards and get into this shelf of controlled substances, not only would you have access to the PDPT beta, but a bunch of other drugs.
Yeah. Well, we might as well try it.
Okay.
Gotta have some resale value.
Drugs.
So what do I need to do here?
Well, you tell me. There's 2 guards here.
It's just standing outside the doors, or?
Yep. They
Okay.
look bored and uninterested.
What's the area like right around here? Is it just like a door off the main cargo hold, or is there like a hallway leading to it, or?
Yeah, great question. No, there's a hallway at an elbow intersection. There are other rooms and doors back on this side. Actually give you but they don't lead into
just looking at your illustration here, I think it's very serviceable.
And there's like a bunch of stuff that so like you'll have like a cork board here with mandatory safety stuff and mandatory fun, and you've got some emergency equipment here on the wall.
Probably a schedule. Probably a copy of the schedule.
Yeah.
Is there a copy of the schedule?
Yes.
All right, I'll snag that.
Oh, it's next to the guards, unfortunately.
Oh.
This is the emergency equipment.
Okay. All right. So, is there anything we have that we could like? Is there a way we could draw their attention off from the door?
There's not like a fire alarm we can pull somewhere else.
Yeah. Can we look like, or do you have? Are you? Who's the better engineer? Let me have a look again here.
Don't look at me.
Everybody has engineering 1.
Yeah, but somebody might have a higher one. I don't know.
I have ornamental horticulture too.
Can we hide behind the potted plant in the corner?
It's like the potted bush is moving. Yeah.
Your horticultural delivery is here, sir. Let me tell you all about it. Could we not? We could probably try something engineering wise if we could. Is there a way? Okay, does this hallway perhaps loop around? Is there a back area where the?
Yeah.
Okay, well then perhaps we could go back the other way, come back, and do something in the walls with an engineering roll. that would short the power, cause some sort of spark, something like that.
Well, let's start with the intention. Is your intention
Mhm.
to just cause a distraction, harm
Yeah.
them,
Draw them
vacate
away
them?
from the door.
Okay.
Well,
So you would know the what is it called? The general orders, I think is what they're called. That at least one person is not going to leave this post until relieved. That's just
Yeah.
like a universal. Even the Zodani have that. So,
maybe
but that doesn't
we might-
mean that one of them might not leave or might not cause a distraction. But I just want to throw that out there as a detail that like both of them aren't going to probably run off. And only probably. I might even leave that to a roll. But
well, we got to get in that room. That much is clear, right?
Yes.
So what's the best way?
We
Do
need
you
a
want to
distraction.
try charming them? You want to try, I don't know, seeing if there's some, or maybe convincing them that
let me frame
there's
some
an emergency.
options, and then we can I'll clarify the environment based on that. So I'm hearing you say you want them to flee. So you could do that if it were if you caused a bad enough thing going on. I think even even a well-trained guard, if there were say a firefight down the corridor, they're not going to worry about the drugs, right? Like they're going to go to the thing that matters more. So the key there is you're going to have to create something that matters more than this priceless drug, or at least the illusion thereof. A distraction, yeah, you could do something mechanical. You could do something like cause an emergency. You could just do something kind of basic human, like, oh no, look over there, like whatever, come up with a plan for that. So we got get them away, which is going to require something big, distraction, which could be something minor, and there's combat as an option.
Okay,
then,
here's my suggestion.
And then charming. So,
I suggest we set up some sort of overheating piece of electronics or something that could pop or cause a problem, and then have Shipley run down saying, they've it's crazy. They've taken hostages, or something. Maybe that they would have to. Dang it.
So you want me to lay down an accusation and then something goes off that seems to verify it, right? Is that what you're saying?
The problem is they probably have communications. They're gonna check right away. So, yeah, I mean, that's probably too outlandish, isn't it?
I mean, we're unarmed, so combat is ranked slightly above that one.
Yeah.
I'm liking the engineering throw the fire alarms thing.
Okay.
I think it's our best shot. I wish Marcello was here.
Can we mess with the airflow in such a way that it registers as being toxic or dangerous or something? Do these guys have vac suits? Do they have breathers or anything?
No, they just have regular BDUs, the blue ones.
Okay.
So okay.
Maybe we can, and then have you run down there and say, hurry up, something or other. I don't know.
Okay.
It's
so
gas leak or something.
all right, so Shipley's going to come around to this side and try to draw their attention about something. And then Bellamy's going to try to create a mechanical diversion that aids that, and then run up and try to.
It has to trigger on the other side, wherever Shipley's coming from. That's the thing. It has to be prepped over there.
All right. Okay. Oh, you could do that. Okay, that's fine. Now you're talking about a problem with time because you're going to have to run and then get to a closed door and get it open. But you can do that. Let's not dither. So here you go. This is going to be the first. It's all going to come down to this mechanical roll. So
As soon as I set this thing to go off, I'm gonna make it try to sprint back around to the other side.
So this will determine how well this goes.
Okay.
So if it goes really well, this distraction is going to give you plenty of time. If it goes mediocre or not great, then it's going to give you very little time. And if it goes terribly, then it's going to just draw attention. All right. So 2d6, and your target is of course 8. Wow. Okay, that went really well with a 9. So nice. So you create this this distraction over here, and it's quite dramatic. I don't know if you connect maybe some lines, like hydraulic lines to one of the sensors on the wall. Which on a ship, I mean, this is devastating at sea to have something like this happen. All of a sudden, the sensors start reading that like there's toxic gas and stuff in the air, and then you just take off booking it, and you go back around the other way, and then what do you do, Shipley?
I'll run up to the door and ask them for help and be all distressed and say the alarm went off in my room. I can't find anyone. I think there's this terrible smell, and people are like, someone's unconscious upstairs, and I'm just like hysterical and asking them for help and playing out being the clueless corporate person.
Yeah, the best thing is you're able to draw them over to a corner. This is enough of a distraction, at least, Bellamy, for you to act. Now this door is closed and locked, but you have plenty of time.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna. I guess is there a panel nearby the door? I suppose I can hotwire this thing.
Yeah. All right. So we got a few options here. Let's do it in 3 rounds before a complication happens. So the first round, it's just it's to meet an 8. Unless you have, I don't think you have any skill for that. So it's just to do an 8.
I don't think so. What do I?
You have all the basic traveler skills plus skill zeros. So
yeah,
2d6 to get 8. Oh dear. Okay. You shock yourself for 1 point of damage. Shipley, you look behind them, over their shoulder. You can see this going on. You see Bellamy shock himself, but you still have their attention. All right, you got two more things you can try before it starts getting complicated. Are you going to try it again? Oh no.
7. It's almost there.
Shock yourself. You take 2 points of damage. You can try again, or you can try a different. I mean, obviously, I'll tell you this: if you literally smash open the door somehow or pry it open, it will work, but someone will know that you did it later, at least.
Okay. Is there on this bulletin board or whatever sitting around? Is there like a piece of
a key or
conductive material or like a metal rod of some sort that
there's a whole like safety thing about don't shock yourself over here on the board. It's like gloves, and it says use these gloves.
Okay, I'll grab a pair of those gloves there, and then I'm just gonna.
I'll give you a +2.
+2 with the gloves. There was a magic item sitting right there the whole time. All right, I guess one more shot.
Oh, you're in a rush. I understand. Nice. Oh my gosh.
That'll be a 9 with the +2.
You're able
to making it happen.
Now, probably they're going to detect the shortness wall, but it might show up later, right? So you're able to short the power and then open the latch from the door and get it open, and cold air like rushes out from in this thing, and there's this small kind of like a closet space on the inside where there's just like drugs. It's very easy to identify PBT beta. So you can see that they have a ton of it.
Nice. I'll take pictures of a bunch of it and then take a few bottles.
All right. Yeah, you're able to, with the pictures, with the recording, you're able to, it's obvious that you could like kind of do an accounting of it later. There's also like a ton of other drugs in here.
I mean, I don't know how much is there. Does there happen to be a satchel sitting around?
How many keep it in your pockets?
So I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
But here's some options. First of all, you could just run out of here with the evidence and the PBPT alpha beta drug. Alternately, you could just grab a random drug, and that will add no additional complication. Okay, so if you just grab a random drug and run, you could have a random drug, or there's a chance that one of these guards are going to start coming back, and it's going to be complicated.
The only thing that matters is probably the PBT. So yeah. But I can grab at least that, right? Or
Yeah, and you can
are
grab
you-
one other random drug.
Oh, yeah. I'll grab a random drug then.
Okay. Fun. All right, so you grab the antibiotics and the drugs, and you run off back down the hall. You close the door. The power, because it's intermittent, it comes back on. It locks the door, and you run back off. And this person comes back, and guards doesn't notice, and then these people kind of leave with Shipley, and Shipley, they escort you back to your room.
Okay.
So, oh, you don't want to sell us any, huh? All right, well, fine. Them's the breaks, I guess. See you around.
So, I'm excited to figure out what the random drug is. So I want to see what that's going to be. Drugs, page 44. That is not lining up. Page 44? Oh, I see. It's in book 2. Okay, drugs.
Good night, Charlotte.
Roll a D. Roll 2d6. 7. This is a truth serum, which is also something they shouldn't have, probably. I mean, that's illegal. They should not have that. It well, Doc Ocean will be able to tell you about it if you want.
Right. Great.
All right. So the next day,
I high five Shipley when we're back in our quarters.
The next day, you're brought to the conference room, like I'd mentioned last time, and same thing as I mentioned before. Basically, Anna Gregor, her disposition is completely different. She was friendly the last time you talked to her. She's also a 5th Frontier War veteran, and she's got cyberware on her face and stuff. And she, she was like super friendly with you last time, and this time she's cold and professional, and she says, "I'm so sorry, but it turns out we do not have any available samples." And we do want to abide by, because I think Shipley brought up last time, like, can't you get some more? And she said, we would never do something like that. And she says, we'll have transportation bring you back to city as soon as we can. And about an hour or two pass in the next day, and guards come to your room, and they say, please come with us.
Sure.
You follow the guards? There's 2 each.
I mean, it's not. We don't have any other option. What are we gonna say? No. Are you
Try to
saying-
knock them out, get in a fist fight, wrestle
Two-
with SMG away. I don't know.
Sure.
All right, so you Shipley, do you comply?
Yeah, I don't see option right now.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to risk your payday.
They bring you out onto the main deck, and Anna Gregor is there, and you can tell that either the direction of the ship has changed or the winds have changed. You can see that all of the weapons emplacements are manned, and there's a bunch of guards with her as well, probably a dozen. It looks like she was talking to one of the staff. And you don't see any other staff workers about. And she says, so, lying then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were lying? Who was lying?
You know, after everything that we experienced back in the Rylanor sector, after everything we saw, I thought that there would be some understanding. I thought, but I should have known better. Out here in the Spinward Marches, out here on the fringe, you can't trust people. Even when they have that, she points to your cyberware. Even if there's some kind of kinship, some shared experience, it's just.
Hey, I'm with you 100%. I don't know what you're talking about.
She takes out like a data pad and she shows your ship roster. You know, that's like the Lady of Mercia, Captain Bellamy, blah 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 blah, wanted criminals.
Right. Why? You think that means you can't trust us?
I know that you came here to try to check on our operations, that we violated our harvesting numbers.
We came here to get extra above harvesting numbers. You think they would have sent someone legit?
Well, the good news is you're going to get to see everything, because we're going to take as much of that samples as we can today, and then we're going to pack it up and we're going to get out of here. And to hell with McClellan. And I'm still trying to decide whether or not I want to just throw you overboard or wait until we finish or just shoot you here and now. So
why don't you cut a deal with us? I mean,
you don't seem to be in a position to make a deal, Captain.
Well, I mean, we've also got nothing to lose, right? Might as well hear me out. You got a couple of minutes?
I don't have a couple of minutes, actually. I need to prepare for a Dagadasi hunt.
All right. Well, look, we're well positioned to screw over anybody that's trying to screw you over. I mean, we're just tools. All right. Everybody wants us to do something, and all we want to do is get the hell out of this subsector. And everyone has something that they want from us. So why don't you just join the queue and we can just keep on surviving, and everybody we can turn it into a win-win-win. I don't know how exactly, but why the hell not?
I'm standing here on a city-sized factory ship with a paramilitary corporation that answers to me directly, that's about to split off from its parent company, and we're about to make several billion credits, and you have nothing. So, guards, just keep them here for now.
You need time. We can go back and install them. You need time to get your stuff together. You need time to get your split. You need time to get off world before they figure out what you're doing and call their other forces. If they hired you, they hired a bunch more people just like you.
Make
We
a
can buy you
roll.
that time to make your break.
Whoops. Make a roll under your social.
Okay, give me a second.
Thank God it
What's my
wasn't me.
Social's 8. Okay.
Ooh. She thinks about it and she's like, yeah, maybe we could work something out actually. And with that, I'm gonna shift over to the other group. So, Books and Doc Ocean and Chapman, Lothak, you all wake up in the morning. You don't get nearly enough sleep, and you hear all these like noises, and you hear singing and stuff, and you can see people in these suits. They're like vac suits, but tighter, and they look like they're like, how do I put this? They look like they haven't been put through a dye. Like it looks like they look like they are all the same bland kind of off color. Like every part of these suits are. And anyways, there's these little things. They look like this. And they're all sitting there in the docks, and let's see. So little Kafid comes to you in the morning with one of these suits on. She tosses you some suits, and she says, do any of you have any watercraft or piloting experience? All of you have Pilot 1.
Yes. I generally, I know in the past, Chapman was piloting, but all of us, any of us would be happy to help. Since Doc Ocean kind of did his part with the healing and stuff, I could pilot.
She ignores you and she motions toward the two. There's two of them, and the canopies are open. She says, "We actually have two available. All of you could hunt today." And my question would be, and you've never operated one of these things before. I'm assuming that Chapman and Books would go together because they always do. They're like the bad kids in class, basically. And then Doc Ocean and Lothak. But do you want to mix it up? That way, you each get to pilot one of these things too.
Sure, that sounds good with me.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, you go over to the dock after you get your this thing on, and a couple of these people, they help you like arrange the suit that you're in, and you have like a sealed hood that kind of sits back behind you, and then you sit down in this thing, and it has some fairly predictable controls. It's nothing that alien. They have mechanical style controls with a yoke and stick, and you have some switches and buttons and things, and it has an operable display panel. The display panel looks like a higher tech than what would be on the Lady of Mercia. Using your basic piloting skills, which are, because you all got the traveler skills when we started, you can tell that this has, let's see, let me actually just get this out here. It can operate faster when it's above water, but it's submersible. And trying to see. Let's see. It goes 70 to 120 kilometers per hour. It goes 30 kilometers per hour underwater. And it has, I think, a missile launcher. And it has a trying to find. Basically, it has a trying to find a laser gun. The laser gun is like an automatic burst fire laser gun. It's similar to the what's it called, the laser rifle that does like 6D damage. But it's designed obviously for these big animals. And you can fire 5 shots per round when firing the laser rifle, or the laser cannon. But each subsequent shot after the first one is at a DM -2. And if you have a modifier, it would be the same as what you would use for the laser rifle, I think is what it's called from the book. So if you have a bonus to that, then you can apply that bonus. Otherwise, it's just an 8 to hit.
Okay.
You're not sure what the damage is. But I guess since you guys roll the damage, let me see if I can get it for you. It actually kind of depends. Looks like, generally speaking, 1 die times 10 damage for the laser gun. And 1 die times 200 with a missile. And you only have a few missiles. And lastly, I guess you probably want your hit points. A hunter foil has 50 hits. And you're able to determine all that by looking at it, and you think you have a sense of how to control the thing. But any questions before we get started?
No, it seems straightforward enough.
I think you can go 1 hex per turn. So, okay, so they all start to disembark. You guys are kind of wobbly at first. You kind of yaw off to the side, and and eventually you kind of figure it out, and you start to catch up to the other hunter foils. Unfortunately, the hunter foils are white, so they're hard to see on this background. Let me give you some hunter foils that you can use. Books, you should be able to control this hunter foil.
That one? Okay.
Yeah. Can you move it?
Yes.
Great.
I just moved it and then moved it back.
I'm going to actually give you guys resources so that you can see it, because I know it's hard to see. And then, and you can see everything else on this page, right?
Yes.
You should be able to control this one.
So I can control it.
Awesome. Okay. So you fly out underwater in this formation, and eventually you can see the ocean kind of like darkening ahead, as if you're approaching a landmass. Eventually, it's clear to you that it is not a landmass. It is an island-sized aquatic organism. Leading out from it, you hear like you get these things that you start to detect, as there are a bunch of fish out around it. Some of them very large, I don't know what, dozens of meters across. And then you see your quarry, and you realize there's a problem. The hunter foils are not speaking in your language. I think Books can speak their language because he has a 12 in intelligence. I think we determined that, but I don't think Doc Ocean you can understand what's on the comms. You just hear yelling and stuff. But these things appear on your radar, and then there's lots of little things, boop 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 boop, that start to show up. And you see them start to kind of like split off and peel off toward all your different ships. And these ships start to split off. I think, let me make sure that it's how far you can go. I think you can go quite a bit, but I'm gonna say basically you can travel 3 hexes per turn.
3 hexes. Okay.
Since you're following behind, I'll actually have these guys act first. And they split off, and it seems like they're gonna try to engage this screen of. Sorry, if I grab yours, just drag it back. Tried to put a resource bar on it, but it didn't do anything. Maybe if I put... Still didn't do anything. Is this one yours, Doc Ocean?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this. Always for everyone. How ironic. And then, is this one yours, Books?
Yes.
Okay. Bam. Okay. Alright, they are going to try to attack these things. One, two. How much damage did I say it did? 1d times 10? Yeah. 60, 50 damage. Okay. You see a couple of these things just like puffs of like black, that's just blood. By the way, they look like this.
Goodness.
And let's see. 2, 3. Got 2 of those. Wow. And they kill 2 more of them. Alright, so that's their turn. Then these things come in to attack the hunter foils. Or that one hits. 20 hits. All those hit. Okay. Dag sharks. Did I get a 12? No, I didn't get any 12. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, 2, 2 of the hunter foils are destroyed outright, right off the bat. You see the dag sharks, what they do is they slam into the canopy, and it cracks the canopy, and then the hunter foil just like starts to drift off of the power being destroyed, and you can actually see the body of one of the nomads like float out, you know, drowning. All right, it's your turn. These big ones, they close in as well.
Doc Ocean, you want to go first, or?
I'll go first. Sure.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 up here. Then I'm gonna fire at this one.
Okay, you can do that.
Do I roll?
2d6 to get an 8. You can do it 5 times with a -2 to each subsequent time. That hits. That does 1d6 times 10 damage. That's just enough. You you bring vengeance on this this one that was this hunter foil that was killed, and you destroy the dag shark that destroyed it. It, like, rams into it and then peels off, and then you come up and you fire lasers into it and it kills it. All right, Books.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna go for this guy right here. So
that hits.
hits.
Yeah, roll d6 for damage. D6 times 10. 60. Which one are you targeting?
This dude right here.
It didn't ping. Is it?
Oh, is it? I was doing this. This one. Yeah. And could I roll again with a -2?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. 5 shots per round. Every shot thereafter, the same animal may be attacked more than once. The same animal may be attacked more than once during a single event. The gunner must first declare which will be attacked. Then the gunner states if they will be attacked at what point to try to shot if it attacks.
Sounds like it's only one.
Not cover all possible approaches to the craft. In the same hex. The hunter foil does not have a covering companion if it's attacking, so if you get attacked by one, it changes it. May fire up to 5 shots per round. I don't see anything that says you can't, so yeah, go for it. I won't do the NPCs that way, though. Nice, yeah. Which one are you targeting?
This one right here. I just hit it. I don't know if it pinged.
No, I think you probably have to select the meeple up in the top left and then the select thing in order for it to do that. I think you probably got something else selected because it's not pinging. Or you have the ping set to something, private ping or something. But
That's weird.
This one, or is it this one?
The first one. You the first one.
All right. Let's see. And you rolled an 8, so you'd roll a d6. 6 easily kills the stag shark.
Nice.
All right, yeah, you got 3 more, and I'll actually get back to you, Doc Ocean, because I mean, you didn't get to fire 4 more times. You got 3 more books.
Actually, wasn't it with a -2 penalty?
Oh yes, actually that's right.
So that
would
did that
miss.
not hit then? That would miss.
That's right. You can attempt 3 more times though.
And it doesn't stack, right? It's just -2.
It does stack.
It
Yeah.
does stack. Okay, so I basically have to get a 12. Yeah.
All right. And then,
I mean, I guess it's not possible to
yeah,
go
without some kind of bonus or something. Yeah, I think so. Okay, Doc Ocean. That means if you want, you can roll at least twice. Then. I'll say that you're only within range of these 2. A 9 minus 2 misses. So you can try one more time, I think. Minus 4. So, yeah. Whoa! That also is a critical hit.
Good job.
That's... You're not attacking me. Okay. Yeah, you can roll for damage.
Sorry, 1d6 or 2d6 since it was a crit.
It's 1d6. There's like special rules for a crit, but I want to see what happens. I don't think it'll matter. Okay, see, that is enough to kill it anyway. You take it out. Okay. Let's see here. So that is your all's turn. If you haven't moved, you can also move up to 3 hexes. Otherwise, let's see, these things are going to move in. Well, it gets about that far.
Just to clarify, not the sharks, but the little ones are our targets, right? That's what we're here to kill?
No. Although you probably don't know that. You probably don't know. No one asked. But it's... your character probably doesn't know this, but it's these and this one.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant these little tiny ones, the dag sharks.
No. The second bigger ones are the
Oh,
ones
yes.
that I'm talking about.
Yeah, totally. That's where they're the pre-adolescent Dagadasi. Did I already move this one? Can't remember. I'm gonna move it. Okay. These things, they come in to attack, and it's at that point that all of a sudden you hear stuff up above you. And all of a sudden, you can see that the Dagadasi, like flashes of light and stuff, are hitting into it. It looks like they're going to take out an entire mature Dagadasi. And you hear like just yelling over the comms, like da 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 in this foreign tongue, and they start to like peel off and like just split up and like dive away and everything. What do you do?
Who's splitting up and diving away?
The other hunter foils, they just like peel off from the attack and they start to like, you know, and there's like laser fire that's like piercing down from above on the because you're underwater, and then you've got this island-sized sea life ahead of you, where you can see up above that like there's like stuff striking it on the surface.
Okay. We're pretty far away from any kind of like radius, right?
Oh no, you're right next to it. And also, you can also see trails of something that's entering the water, like these small objects that are like barreling towards things down under the water.
Okay. Probably get out of there if we're able to.
Where are you gonna go?
Can we go just in the opposite direction, or maybe like let's see, so we're next to it. I think we should just go in the opposite direction, go maybe further down to the water if possible.
Okay. Dark Ocean, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna move to here. I'm gonna launch a missile at this one.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna move Books. I'm gonna move you back. Dark Ocean, you can roll to hit.
Could I hit at this range if I use one of my missiles?
I don't know. Let's see here. Instant attacks. You have to do an 11 plus to hit. So yes, but it's only on an 11.
Okay.
All right. That is we'll say a short range attack. Well, I'll call it a medium range attack because at short range it can damage you. Plus 11. Okay. You can roll, let's see. What is it? 1d, and it's times 100. Got 600. That is enough to kill one of the Ogul. Got 3 missiles left. It cracks open the Ogul and it starts to float up to the surface.
Can I use something? Is there some sort of way to attach my ship to it?
What's your intention? What are you trying to do? Like,
Trying to retrieve it and bring it back with me.
oh. Well, to clarify, it looks like the hunt's being called off. Because, like, they're, like, peeling off and, like, the Dagadasi's under attack by something else. The big fish, not the little ones. Or the little ones, too, because there's, like, trails of, like, torpedoes or missiles or something that's, like, flying under the water as well. But you could drag it away, but you don't get any indication that they're trying to do that. And my dog farted.
I wanna try and drag it away with me.
Okay. You go up and clip your ship onto it, and you start dragging away one of the Oguls.
And then I retreat and go back the way I came. Yeah.
Alright. Meanwhile, let's see here. On the factory ship, all these like laser batteries are just opening up onto the surface of this Dagadasi. You can hear this careening, like, you know, like in the water is actually like you can see the waves actually increase, and there are missiles that are firing from the missile launchers, and they're going down into the water.
I was wondering if we were able to communicate with our crewmates while this is going on.
You got your stuff?
Is this... Are all of you all doing this?
Yeah, we're all underneath the ship. Yeah, we're all down there.
You got room for a couple of more?
Yeah. Sure.
Are they going to pay close attention to us if we wander, like, near the deck of the ship? Like...
I will give, I'll make it 2 rolls, okay?
Okay.
So one roll will be just like if you can dash and like jump over the board and get into the water. Is that?
I was hoping more of a nonchalant, like a stroll, sort of like waiting. You know, it's all.
fall overboard.
You're just like, okay, you know, like no.
Well, I mean, like it's not a viable escape route, you know. So it's like, why would they be paying attention in the middle of a big firefight?
Okay, you've convinced me. So is the goal to just step off like from the boat and just get in the water?
Pretty much. I mean, if Shipley's okay with that.
Shipley does not want to get shot.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be like, you know, like tell him like we're on the starboard side of the ship, about 3/4
Come
of the
pick us
way
up. Help.
down. If you could pop up there in about a minute, that'd be great.
Okay, so you just like give that message discreetly, and then you signal Shipley, and you slowly back away to the edge, and then you just like drop off the edge. You drop down into the water, and guards go up over the edge, and they see you, and they start, you know, firing, and there's like rounds firing down, but they're unable to hit you, and you're like, the water, by the way, is nuts. Like we're talking like these like rip current things are tossing you around, you know, and like So bullets are flying in rip current
This
from
was
the...
a really good idea, by the way.
Meanwhile, back with the others. Doc Ocean, you've got this big fish that you've got connected to here, and Books is over here away from the fight. The good news is you're away from the fight. The bad news is you will need to get to this side of this this hex map. The northeast side of it is where you will need to get if you want to rescue your companions.
I mean, I guess it was nice knowing you guys. That's a long hike. Maybe we could meet us halfway and you know, you see what we would have to pass to rescue you. No, we could make it work. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. By the way, you also have Hernandez on board, the representative from the Pan-Galactic Friends of Life. But anyways, okay, so yeah, you're gonna move 3 hexes. Go for it. I'm gonna roll for events. I'm 2 behind. Let me see if I get any events. I think I did not get any so far, but so this is what it comes down to, is you can keep moving. So did you guys move 3 so far?
I did.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of get a sense.
Added 2.
Oh, the poor fish, they're doing very badly. So are the other things though. Okay, none of that matters. Okay. But this stuff kind of like moves around. We've got like dag sharks attacking and everything. Okay. You can move another 3 hexes, and I'm going to roll for, to see if you get another event. You actually move 6 hexes. I'm going to roll for 2 events. I get an event on 5+. You guys move 6 hexes?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you can move 6 more hexes. No events. It's going well so far. Meanwhile, in the rip currents, if you two could please roll under your endurance.
I think I made it to them.
All right.
This will have occurred probably around the 2nd round. To see if you take
endurance, you say.
Yeah, this is to not drown.
Okay.
What?
I made it.
Nice.
Okay. I don't think that works. Let me double check. Oh, no, I'm endurance is 8. I'm good. Never mind.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you guys hang on. In fact, you're even able to make it up to the surface where they'll be able to pick you up. Books, you're able to pick up one of them. Who do you pick?
Pick Bellamy. He's got our payout.
That's a good point. Shipley being a hero.
Our endurance is about the same, but 1 different.
I mean, it would, from a logical standpoint, it would make more sense to save the captain. Sorry, Shipley.
No, no, take her first.
All right. Okay, Doc Ocean. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So you have 2 more events. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll them. No events. You all are able to weave your way through as there's like missiles crashing into these hunter foils and into the big fish and everything, and you're able to weave through all this laser fire and stuff without it affecting you. Now, here you are. You're able to get onto the surface, crack open the canopy, drag the sopping wet crew member of yours into the canopy, close the canopy, and you've got these 2 hunter foils. Now, what do you do?
I've still got my catch, don't I?
No, but you can go get it. But you don't have to go back through it. You just want the fish.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you got it. You can go back around. But generally speaking, like, what is the plan? Like, what are you guys gonna do?
So we head back towards the fish nomads. Back to
Like the
back
base.
to the ship nomads. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would abandon the hunt with their hunter foils and leave them to their fate, but then go back to the ship. Oh, they don't know. Maybe they probably don't know, right?
Don't
Like-
know what.
Didn't the hunter foils abandon everything as well?
No, I'm sorry. To be clear, this has turned into a war between Sea Harvester and the Sea Nomads. They both went for a Dagadasi, and then they met each other, and now they're fighting.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. What are our options? Like, where could we go?
Yeah, so let me frame some options. Sure. One thing is you could just flee. It might take you like 2 weeks. You might smell funny, and you might have to eat some of this weird fish here and cook it. But you can slowly make your way back to one of the city spires of this planet, and slowly work your way back to a port, and just get out of here and just leave this mess. There are no rolls required for that. A second option is you can pick a side and like get in the fray and like decide you're going to fight. A third option would be go back to the Sea Nomad ship. You can't go back to the factory ship. They would just try to shoot you at this point. If you went back to the Sea Nomad ship, I think you would need to try to deceive them. Because if they thought you just fled and left the fight, they would probably apprehend or try to kill you. So, those are my thoughts, unless somebody else has some other ideas.
Is it a fight to the death?
Oh, I don't think that's clear. Yeah.
I mean, well, no, I guess
Not
what
yet.
I mean is this a fight that these people can hope to win based on what I saw of the armaments on the factory ship?
Not on this basis. However, what you do see is like a large contingent of the of these hunter foils are actually barreling toward the ship. There's probably 24 of them. They're not part of this main group, and it looks like they're going to try to board the ship and take it by force.
Oh.
Say we get out of here. Let's make our way back to the city.
How long a trip is that again?
I'll say that it's going to take you. Why do you ask? Because I might be. I'm kind of.
Because I mean, it's a pragmatic question. Can we actually survive that?
You
or is
can
more of a
survive it.
thing-
So the consequence would be that you'd be like, good luck with that, and probably both sides would hate you. But otherwise, you could just make it away.
Both got killer information on them. Like,
Yeah.
we both have what we want, don't we? We got pictures of McClellan. We've got pictures of the sea people. We've got all the data that we need. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, plus Bellamy
Yeah.
has our bonus, our payday bonus.
I think I agree.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. That's good. let's get
Rick
at it.
said from Casablanca, I stick my neck out for no one.
Only for the drugs.
These people are becoming travelers. You have an uncomfortable sailing journey on hunter foils that are not designed for that. Hernandez does not blame you for this, but he's incensed. He's like, I knew it. I knew that this was rotten. I knew that they were blah blah blah. He does that the whole 2 weeks, and you probably have to take chunks of the blubber off this. What are these things called again? They're called. Ogles. You probably have to take chunks off this big ogle fish. It looks like a mix between a manta ray and a whale, with no eyes or anything, and just like these ports. You eat on it and drag it along with you for 2 weeks, and finally make it back to one of the city spires of Squalia. Whoops, didn't mean to display the dead fish again. Okay. So, in fact, how do I get rid of it? I'm just going to put it off to the side because I don't know what to do with it. Here we go. Okay, so, this city spire, it's not in the Federation of Ott Park. I suppose I have questions like, what do you do with Hernandez? What do you do with the big dead fish? What do you do with the hunter foils? You don't have to worry about trying to get to Ott Park. You just like dry off, spend some money, get a taxi, go back to Ott Park.
Well, we need to split up into our original teams, and one of us has to deliver the photographic evidence to the lawyer, and the other deliver the physical evidence to Vanpar Landleth.
Betrayed, weren't you? Didn't somebody give you up?
What do you mean?
Like, you all were made on the ship. Like, who made you? Who gave them the information that you all weren't who you said that you were?
I don't know.
Just saying, maybe it's risky to go back to McClellan or whoever that might have added you out or something. I don't know. I'm just paranoid, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's good to be paranoid.
I'm down to split the party again and go back to our factions that we obtained information for.
I mean, the original plan, I don't see what the problem is, honestly. Unless it's Vampire Landleth that found out that sent the information, which would figure.
So, you take a taxi back to the Federation of Ott Park and you split up and you go to the rendezvous point that you have for Rockamundra and for Vanpar Landleth. So let's start with Rockamundra. And I think Rockamundra... Who met with who, actually? Because I thought Rockamundra, it was Books and Chapman and Doc Ocean, right? I believe. Am I crazy? Yes, definitely. Is that right, Books?
That sounds right.
I actually don't remember.
I think so, because...
No,
Yeah,
wait.
Books and Chapman met with
Books
both.
and Chapman must have met with Vampire because he's the one who sent them to the sea people.
Actually, I'm thinking that they met with both.
Yeah.
Because they also met with Rockamundra because they because they knew him, and because they, he asked,
But it was us that Rockamundra delivered the.
Outfits.
No, we had split
Yeah.
up because we didn't want Vampire to recognize the original crew.
Yes.
So the
Vampire,
new
yes.
crew members went to Vampire, and the old crew members went to Rockamundra.
okay. Okay, so no. Oh no. I remember now. I know that it was Bellamy and Shipley that went to Vampire Landleth because I remember Vampire Landleth asking Bellamy like, "What's the problem?" And Shipley,
right.
And then the others went to Rockamundra because Rockamundra talked about like their legal problems and stuff before, how they had represented him. So okay. So, but that still tracks with what you're trying to do because the original crew is the one that worked with Vampire Landleth. So, okay, let's start with Rockamundra, Books, and Doc Ocean. So you meet him again, and he actually meets you at the starport. You go to the hotel, and then there's a message left for you to meet at the starport. And you go to the starport, and it's covered everywhere with ICZ from Iterati, ICZ goons, people in black armor and weapons everywhere, and managing the starport, doing the security checks, and at the hotel he leaves you false identities.
Nice.
And
Yeah, I don't expect your Audi to be too happy to see us again.
yeah. So, okay, anyways, you go through customs, the false identities work. Almost like no problem at all. And you go into the other side where your ship is, and you find there's a ship that he's on. And you meet him on a ship, and he says, "Well, things have changed on this planet and the sector a lot just in the past 48 hours since we last spoke. Is the job done?"
It is.
And this would be Books and Doc Ocean.
No, never mind.
Yes, we have the info.
He,
Pull out my camera and hand it to him.
Okay. He takes that. He says, a massive sea harvesting operation with missiles taking down an entire one of the elder of these beasts. Quite damning, I must say. It's too bad that, and actually I assume that you guys probably, because you met, you probably exchanged info and stuff, so you're able to pass this on. Like the photos from the other group, right? And actual direct photographic and video evidence of the inventories. This is a nail-shut case. You have done very well. Pushes your briefcase with 175,000 credits.
Nice.
Now, there is one loose end left. Where's the rest of your crew?
Is he asking that?
Yeah, he's asking you that. Yeah, you and Doc Ocean. Where's the rest of your crew?
They're
off planet. We're meeting them on a different planet.
Oh. I see. Well, that's probably best. I was going to warn you, if you haven't had any run-ins with the criminal Van Parlanleth, and that's what he will be now that we are able to present this information in the right way and to the right people. It seems like he must have never had any intention of paying you. Not that that matters now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, I as a general rule don't like to speculate, but I appreciate your, just the fact that you seem to, to care about our business dealings. But yeah, it's, thank you so much for the, for everything. I think I would try to just get out of there. Not really engage.
Yeah, you start to get up from the table, and he says, "You're wrong on both accounts, Mr. Books."
How so?
I don't care about your business dealings, and I'm not speculating.
Oh. Okay, well, do tell, please.
Furthermore, not that this matters as much as it did, but I have a job offer for you.
Going.
Lanleth fled with an important piece of McClellan property. We know where he is. It is very dangerous, but if you can find Lanleth and finish him and kill him and destroy the property, we'll pay you 1.5 million credits.
1.5 million credits. Well, I think I would look over at Doc Ocean and just kind of widen my eyes a bit, and I don't know. I think
what is the cargo that he holds in his possession that's worth so much money?
Part of the job and the pay, Doctor, is to not ask that question and not find out the answer. But for 1.5 million credits, We need proof that Landleth is dead, and that property, which will be in a flight case, must be destroyed. Without question.
When do you need an answer on if we take this job or not? Because, you know, we'd like to talk to the rest of the crew and just make sure they're okay with it.
Well, I'm afraid, given the circumstances, that if you want this job and you want the payout, you'll need to act quickly, because it seems that Landleth was trying to sell off this property. And so the intelligence we have is that sure, you've heard about this local insurgency. That's why all of these guards are here and everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard some rumblings and noticed, you know, some stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
from a distance.
Well, my company is divesting from this region, and I'll be departing. And we'll provide you a checkpoint where you can get paid, assuming that you can accomplish this. But those insurgents knocked over an Imperial Navy depot in the Bowman system. After they occupied it, Mr. Landleth seems to have arrived there and made a rendezvous with them in order to try to sell them this McClellan property. It seems that things became tense, and then on top of that, you can only assume that the Adorade fleet is on its way. So I'm afraid that you don't have very much time to make a decision. But it's up to you.
I pull books over to and Chapman over to the side and lean in and say, let's just say that we're going to take the job and see where it leads us. We don't have to follow through with it. Let's just say that we're going to take it and see what comes of it.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We could always change our mind, but we don't want to lose this opportunity. And yeah.
He stands up, like he's getting ready to shake your hands and wish you goodbye so you could depart, get off his ship, because they're going to flee and get out of this place.
Yeah, shake hands nervously and get the frick out of there. Yeah.
Meanwhile, over at the rendezvous point with Vanpar Landleth.
Oh boy.
I'll even give you Lothak. So,
Oh God.
yeah, let's see here. You go to the a given rendezvous point. You can imagine it's some kind of scuzzy place, an alleyway, and you hear a weapon charging. And roll a d6 for surprise. 6. All right, let me see if they get 3 or less. A 6. No one is surprised. You hear the cocking of weapons, and you hear weapons about to fire. You've been in this situation many times. You can act. What do you do?
Are we back in our regular clothes and stuff?
Sure.
Does that mean vac suit and cutlass and stuff, or no?
I don't think you can have... Can you have a cutlass here? If you can, yes. And yes, vac suit. I agree.
I don't know if I can.
I think it's only like daggers, and that's it. Like no guns. But if you have a holdout pistol, I'll say you can have your cutlass.
No. All right. Oof. Yeah. Well, how far away are they from us?
They're like right nearby, within like 5-10 meters, and there's cover nearby.
Oh, and there's 2 of them?
I think that there's probably 6 of them.
Oh, 6 of them. Okay.
I vote we run.
Yeah, let's run.
All right. Well then, let's do the evasion rules. It's a loud shotgun. Let me turn that down.
Oof. I'm scared.
Okay. So it says that because you do not have a surprise, you need to roll a 9+ on 2d6. The dice modifier, you are at medium range, which gives you a +1 to the dice modifier. Let's have Shipley roll that.
Okay, so just 2d6?
Yeah, 2d6 to get a 9, and you add 1. Otherwise, you'll be in a combat round.
Oh, we are in a combat round.
All right. There is cover nearby, and they are also in cover. You'll be able to attempt this again the next round.
Okay.
All right. They are attacking, so they get to act first. Being in cover, I'm not even going to look at it unless they roll pretty high. Because you got armor and cover. Okay. If you want to attack, you can go ahead and do it. But I don't think you have firearms.
No,
So
we don't.
you would have to like rush toward one of them, which you can do. You could actually rush up
No.
here and attack if you wanted.
No.
All right, you're just going to wait it out and try to get out of here?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
All right, this time,
They won't.
Bellamy, roll a 2d6 to get a 9, and you can add 1. Nice. You're able to flee down this place. Maybe you kick one of them as they try to close off your escape. They're all Vargar.
freaking. Hate these guys.
That's what I meant when I said that somebody had made you all.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So you make it back through, and you're able to use your comms to talk to everybody and use your IDs to get it back on board the lady.
Good lord.
You got
At least about
175,000
half our
credits.
payday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when we hear your report, there's no one I'd rather see dead.
Oh, looks like our mission is pretty straightforward then, isn't it?
It makes the
Captain,
decision.
Captain, would you kill him for free?
I would bet my bottom dollar that the cargo that Vampire Landlord has is the AI. I'd almost bet my left foot on it.
He saved the flight case. That's gotta be the same one.
Yeah. So that makes it convenient as well. I guess that answers the question of what we're gonna do with it. But we don't know where to find this guy now.
No, you have like coordinates that he gave you. Like
Oh.
he knows exactly where he is.
Okay.
So here you are at Squalia, and I'm not going to go through all the procedures. We need to kind of need to hurry up and get there at this point. So you take off from Squalia, you head out to Bowman, initiate the jump, and come out of jump, and you travel across the Bowman system, Bowman Prime, and you see all kinds of indications traveling through Bowman of minor space skirmishes between hit and run ships of these insurgents and the Iterati Royal Navy. And there are wreck sites and what do you call it? Distress signals and evidence of combat all over the Bowman system. I assume that you ignore all that. And there's evidence of people trying to make a profit off of it. Ships going around trying to scavenge from the battlefield. all the typical things. Now, you start to approach this this asteroid. And even as you approach, you can tell a few things. There is a signal. I don't know why I didn't show it. Let me try this. There's some ships right on this thing. You think that there's a signal for at least 2 ships. Both of them, one of them is 200 tons. Another one is like 50 tons.
$50 tons.
Mm-hmm. A smaller ship, yes. Like
They're coming towards us?
No. Here's the asteroid where the little planetoid or rock where that Imperial Navy depot was. And then there's a signal for 2 ships there. They are not moving. They seem to be docked. But you're getting a lot of signal traffic from there. It seems like there is a fight going on the rock.
This is where Vampire Landleth is, right?
Yep.
Say we take out the ships while they're still docked and ask questions later.
Well, let's see what's going on. I mean, can we? Yeah, let's get on the sensors.
Who's doing sensors now? It's Books?
I think I'm piloting. I can't remember who's.
I have it over here. It's Chipley. Yeah, because Perseus is or Chapman is doing the navigation now. I don't. Who's doing what?
I think I am doing sensors. That sounds right.
Okay.
You can say it's me that's running anyway.
All right. Yeah. So this will be just a regular sensors check. Essentially, I will give you very basic info either way, but if you get an 8 on 2d6, you'll get very specific information.
Okay. No.
Okay. So one of them is a Type A 200-ton free trader of some kind. The other one is a, let me make sure I have it correct, a pinnace. It's something bigger than a ship's boat and smaller than a free trader. I want to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's a pinnace. Where's that? Ships.
Okay, and they're in orbit around the asteroid?
And they are on the asteroid and docked.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of signals. You gain the sense that there is a fight, not between the ships, which the pinnace doesn't have. It probably has a gun. The free trader may or may not, but the ships are not fighting each other. They're like docked, but there is fighting on the asteroid currently.
Okay. Well, I'll relay this information to the crew.
40 tons. Yeah.
Say we take out both ships before they get boarded and start firing at us.
They could steal the ships.
All right. So approach to learn more or steal or destroy them now. Books, which one?
Destroy them now.
All right. Captain Bellamy.
Destroy.
Very well. I believe Doc Ocean is the gunner. So if you miss, it's 2d6 to get an 8 twice. If you miss, you can fire again once you get closer, but it will alert them, obviously, before, they might be able to start it up and start, coming towards you. So.
Here we go.
Oof. Okay, so you missed which one are you targeting first?
The 2-ton 200 ton.
All right. So you fire, and then a round goes by. Let's see here.
Shit. Sorry, I rolled without asking.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. All right, you miss again. You are now on the asteroid. And at this point, the pinnace peels off, and you enter ship combat. I've got good news and bad news about the ship combat. But I think that the pinnace has weapons. Should have checked that too. Standard ship design 18. Slow pinnace has a beam or pulse laser. Has a pulse laser. All right. So yeah, the good news is that as the intruder, you can act first. Whoa, you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I had a weird. All right, so what do you all do? It's clearly like coming about to try to, fight you.
Both of them have weapons, or just the pinnace?
The free trader is not actually coming off the asteroid. It's still docked there. The pinnace just detaches from the asteroid, comes about, and you can tell it's going to try to fight.
Okay, I'll try to hit it one more time.
You can do that.
2d6. Here we go. Come on. Damn it.
Oh no. Okay, it's going to get a chance to trade a lick then.
Sorry, guys. It's not looking good.
Oh well.
Not your fault.
Now, I'm going to zoom into the game sequence here so I don't have this. Intruder movement, intruder laser fire, native laser return fire, which it does not have, intruder ordnance launch, intruder computer reprogramming. You may now switch out your software if you choose to do so. You're going to keep what you got?
Yes.
All right, native player turn.
Yeah.
They move, and they're going to start to circle in front of you. Their goal is to come straight for you and try to take you out. Native laser fire. They're going to attack you. They miss. Intruder laser return fire, which I believe you have.
We do not have return fire.
Oh, my bad. I thought you had it. Okay, the rest of the stuff they don't do. We're back at the top. You can shoot again, or you can... And, well, first of all, actually, the first thing is movement. Where are you all going?
So, I think we should try to fire at them and then get behind the asteroid to try to block their guns from hitting us, if we can.
My wife needs help with my son. I'll be right back. I trust you all.
Okay. Fire and get behind the asteroid? Go ahead, Books.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, yeah, I think I like that idea, or the idea of kind of doing something to maneuver so that we could block return fire. Is that possible, to be able to fire and then maneuver beyond an asteroid?
No, but yes. So you can move. You can position yourself where by the next turn you can maneuver that way, and I believe that you can do that. But if you want to fire at them on this turn, you will have to not occlude yourself.
I guess we don't really have a choice but to fire.
I suppose there's two options. There's a few options. You could talk to them. You could get close to where you could occlude yourself and then fire. You could go ahead and occlude yourself and wait to fire later. Or you could... Yeah, I suppose those are three options. What do you think?
What if we talk to them and trick them into feeling safe, and then we fire on them?
I think we should talk to them, and maybe they're like some of the guys that we met not too long ago that are part of the rebellion.
I should clarify, actually, that's not fair. They are shooting at you, so I think you're able to get a complete sensor reading on who they are. This is a Iterati Navy ship.
Oh yeah, bad guys. Let's shoot them.
Yeah, there's no talking to them. Yeah.
Shipley,
is there any other...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Are there any other weapons we could use?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
We don't have we don't have the fish still, right? Yeah, we got rid of that.
Yeah, I don't think the fish is going to do anything right now because you're like 125,000 kilometers away. Except make people really curious, which I suppose is something. But
yeah, I was thinking of something, but no.
oh, okay. Well, we don't have the fish, but I am curious. But we'll get back to that. Shipley, of the three options, talking, running and waiting to shoot, getting close to running and shooting. Which of those three? Or do you have a different idea?
I like getting close to running and then shooting.
All right. Let's do it. So let's see here. So this gets to like right here.
Oh,
You get really close. And so by the next turn, you could mask yourself behind this asteroid if you wanted to. Go ahead and fire, Doc Ocean.
Come on, fingers crossed. Give me something.
Come on,
good.
Doc.
Damn it.
Oh,
Okay.
Hippocratic oath.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and they try to
Coming back to haunt you.
chase you, unfortunately, and they miss as well. All right, it's back to you all. So are you going to try to mask yourself behind this thing, or are you going to wait again and like fly out this way and then fire?
I don't think we have much of a choice but to keep firing, or we could run away, but just keep chasing after us. They probably have a jump drive that would follow us, right? Or
Well, they have a. They're probably they're not slower than us. It's not possible.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll.
okay,
Let's do
here
it.
we go.
Oh, so close.
Man,
All right, roll again. Roll like twice. Let's go ahead and do once we get into one of these hair balls. Yeah, roll. Fur balls, I mean. Roll a third time, just so we can figure out when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen.
oh, hold on. Don't count this roll. I accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Okay.
How do I clear out? Can I just backspace that?
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
fine.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
it. Okay. Okay, 2d6. Okay, there we go. I'm having the worst luck.
Oh man, so maybe somebody else can.
Somebody else should
7,
roll.
5, 7, so close. All right, somebody else want to hop on the gun, give it a try? Shipley, you're the gunner.
Yeah.
I'm always down to shoot something.
Shipley, you get it. All right, roll d6 for damage.
Finally, my God. Shipley just pushes me out of the way, and I stumble out of there.
It's through the first shot.
That's funny. It's in character though. It really is.
That was perfect.
Critical hit, or no, it's a regular hit. Hit location, fuel. You can see their fuel, and actually, I think there's a rule. Something happens when you hit certain areas. Abandoned ship. Let's see. All right, now I know it's in here somewhere. Hit location. Damage definitions. Fuel. Each fuel hit punctures a fuel tank and releases 10 tons of fuel. If sufficient fuel hits have been inflicted to reduce the remaining fuel less than that required for a jump, the vessel may not make a jump. When all fuel is accounted for, the vessel may not use its maneuver drive or fire its lasers. This is a pinnace which has 1 ton of fuel. So, and like the fuel sprays out into space, and you just see it start to list. Just drifts off. All right, what do you do now?
Take it to him. All right, who is? Shall we hail? Shall we try hailing?
While you were gone, they determined that this was a Iterati naval vessel.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. Well, we're already criminals.
All right. So
What do you all think?
I think we should shoot him
Yeah,
Destroy
some
it.
more.
Yeah,
I
destroy
agree.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. At this
Alright.
point,
So who wants to?
Okay.
It's got to be Shipley. Go ahead and roll a d6 for damage. You're going to fire as much as it takes to do this. So you fire. You got a 1. On a 1, it says damage. Gosh dang it. Oh wait, you have to roll 2d6. So you got 7. You got their hull. You vent their hull, and people start flying out.
Oh boy.
You can roll 2d6 again. It's gruesome. If you get a 12, something happens, and then you just, at this point, you just chew off their hull, and it splits the ship in two and starts to split across. At this point, you're just like shooting dead men if you choose to. Actually, this is one of those do you shoot the person that's jumping out of the plane kind of situation, because they could be calling for help, and that's true.
I mean, hang on. What about the other ship? Did we neutralize the other ship as well, or no?
It never moved. It's docked and hasn't moved.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna keep shooting.
Okay.
We're shooting at the 200 ton, right?
Yeah.
No, the 40 ton.
No, I thought that one was taken care of because that one should run out of juice here in a minute. I thought the 200 ton was the one we were.
No, I was.
Said
Yeah.
said that there were people that could call for help if we don't kill them. The
Oh.
40-ton.
All right. At this point,
Doc, cover your eyes.
yeah. At this point, you vaporize that 40-ton vessel, and it disappears from your readings. There's no way they could call for help. Now, you take out the 200-ton.
Say we land, since it hasn't taken off yet. Maybe they're friendly.
I say we take
Can we?
him out.
Can we see the battle going on down on the asteroid?
Yes. I mean, you can tell from radio and signals that there's an active battle, both in 0G and within the facility.
Are we able to note whose ship that is, who the 200-ton vessel is?
Only at this point, so you rolled for that before, so I'm going to say no. You would actually have to get really close to it. Like, yeah.
Let's get close to it. Find out who we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. You'll be near the battle,
Manpower.
but you can do it.
Mhm.
Well, it's not a space battle though; it's a ground battle. right?
Absolutely. Yeah, okay. Then in that case, you do that. First thing you do is you come in and do this approach into the asteroid, because you have to come back around. You have this constant acceleration. You approach, and this place is just in utter chaos. And there's chunks of the facility are like floating off into space. There's dead bodies floating around, and there's a 0G battle going on at the main entrance to this facility. Meanwhile, you all bring the lady in, and you like kind of come along side of this, right? And then to see where this ship is, you find you have to, the pilot has to like circle around to the backside. The dark side of the asteroid has a docking platform, and it looks like it's closed off and sealed. It looks like it's meant to actually enclose the docking platform, but the actual like paneling and the ceiling part of it is destroyed or gone or removed. But you can't land, but you could 0G in. Or you could come in the main entrance. But as you come around, you can see, I think Bellamy would recognize this. This is a fast trader. It is a souped up, it's what you hope to eventually have your ship be. This is a free
Car trader.
fast trader. It's got a souped up power plant, thrust, and jump drive. More so than a regular A1 would. And that is where we will end the adventure for the night.
All right.
Mythic Traveller is a space western merchant classic traveler campaign in the Mythic Mountains RPG Play Club. The music's by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech and Greg Gibson with Timberzeal. Classic Traveller is one of the first tabletop role-playing games, and the first sprawling space simulator game ever created by Mark Miller and Games Designer Workshop. You can find the free facsimile rules of Classic Traveller by Far Future Enterprises in the description. Mythic Mountains RPG is an online play club that focuses on folk RPGs. Those are the RPGs that aren't run or controlled by some huge corporation, and they don't have some set way to play and ain't nobody can tell you how you can play them. We play them however is the right way, and that's the way we want to do it. The table is the authority. We upload our games weekly on YouTube for everyone to enjoy and sit in without performances, fancy equipment, or monetization. It's just a group of people playing folk RPGs our way. You're welcome to join us, but until then, be safe out there between jumps.